Calculating the fabric cost of a garment.
Garment costing. Cost typically can be defined as the economic value placed upon the resources consumed to make a product. Costing is the process of estimating and then determining the total cost of producing a garment, including the cost of materials, labor, and transportation, as well as the general expenses of operating the business. Merchandiser has to have thorough understanding of costing. There are several reasons where cost plays the vital role. Merchandiser does the costing mainly for two purposes. 1. Deciding whether or not to accept the order. 2. Estimate the profit or loss from the order. Key components of garment costing: fabric cost, trim cost, cut and make cost, special operation cost. Now we'll consider one by one. Fabric cost. Fabric is generally the most significant factor in the costing of a garment. Fabric accounts for 60 to 70% of the total cost of basic style garments. The fabric cost of a garment in garment manufacturing is determined by fabric price and consumption, wastage allowance, insurance, freight charges, and finance charges. Fabric consumption. Fabric consumption refers to the length or weight of fabric required to make a single garment, apparel product. Knit and woven fabric consumptions are measured in two different units, UOM. Knit garment fabric consumption is calculated in kilograms, whereas woven garment fabric consumption is calculated in meters or yards. Fabric wastage allowance. Allowance of fabric waste is a reality for apparel manufacturing. Fabric is wasted at almost every stage of the garment production process, including cutting, sewing, finishing and ironing, and embellishment, printing, embroidery, washing. Therefore, in addition to fabric yield, a fabric allowance should be kept. Aside from consumption, a variety of factors can influence whether the value to be maintained is 1%, 2%, 3%, 5%, or higher. It is primarily determined by the quantity of the order, the quality of the mill, and the working ability of the factory workers. Furthermore, while it is stated as 3% for woven fabric and 5% for knit fabric, it is not a standard value. Because knit fabric is made in a loop form, it has a higher wastage allowance value than woven fabric. This is because the fabric rolls in fabric production are finished with a fine pull of the knit fabric when the fabric is wrapped in the roll form. Since woven fabrics are made by interlacing the weft yarns and the warp yarns, there is not much pull. As a result, after being ejected from the roll form and spread to cut the fabric with a stretch gradually shrinks. So whether it is knit or woven, the fabric should be relaxed at least 24 hours before cutting, and it is a mandatory part for knit fabric. However, many garment factories do not have a proper plan in place for this, and as a result, the manufactured garments frequently lack measurement. Freight charges. The charge that gets levied to deliver cargo from its location to its destination by any carrier is known as freight charges. The freight charges depend on the kind of transportation that you select for the transportation of your goods. The total weight of the goods is also taken into account while calculating the freight charges. You can select to transport your freight on ship or airplanes, among other modes. What is cargo insurance? Cargo insurance protects you from financial loss due to damaged or lost cargo. It pays you the amount you're insured for if a covered event happens to your freight. And these covered events are usually natural disasters, vehicle accidents, cargo abandonment, customs rejection, acts of war, and piracy. It is also different from the carrier liability and insurance policies that are usually available from dedicated cargo and freight insurance companies, freight forwarders, agents, and large brokers. Generally, it's always advisable to get cargo insurance for your shipment, even if it's not required by law. Fee and charges payable for a letter of credit. There are various fees and reimbursements involved when it comes to LC. In most cases, the payment under the letter of credit is managed by all parties. The fees charged by banks may include opening charges, including the commitment fees charged up front, and the usance fee that is charged for the agreed tenure of the LC. Retirement charges are payable at the end of the LC period. They include an advising fee charged by the advising bank, reimbursements payable by the applicant to the bank against foreign law-related obligations, the confirming bank's fee, and bank charges payable to the issuing bank.
Let us now consider some examples to calculate the fabric cost. Calculate the fabric cost using following details. Marker length 11.5 meters. Marker ratio small, medium, large 1 to 1. That means there are 4 pieces in the marker. Item is lower, so the wastage is 3%. Fabric is being ordered from Hong Kong, and the CIF value $3. It consists of fabric price $2.8 and insurance freight $0.2 per meter. Finance charges 6% from CIF value. The answer now. Fabric yield. Fabric yield is you have to get the fabric yield. You have to marker length. You have to divide from the number of garments in the marker. So now 11.5 is marker length and divided by 4 is the answer is 2.875 meters required one garment. It's the average. And wastage allowance also we need for the garment. It is so from this 2.875 we need another 3%. That will be 0.08625 meters. For both this consumption is yield and this wastage needed for a garment, for one garment, so it will be, we can say fabric consumption or fabric yield yardage. It is 2.96125 meters. Based on these fabric required yard meters, we can calculate rest of calculation cost. We can calculate. So CIF value. What will be the CIF value? CIF cost insurance freight value of this fabric. This consumption will have to multiply by freight, fabric price, insurance and freight. The fabric price is 2.8, insurance and freight $0.2 into fabric required yardage. It will be $8.88375. So finance charges, bank will charge finance charges based on CIF value. CIF value is 8.88375. The finance charges is 6%. So this bank will charge $0.53305 for this. Now this cost also will add to the our fabric cost. Our fabric cost is the CIF value and the finance charges. So it will be 9.416775. We can get the answer for this applying for a formula also. You can see that. Now, this is the manually we applied and we got the answer $9.416775 is the fabric cost for that question. And we will apply for a formula. Now this is the formula. We will apply for this formula: fabric consumption into 1 plus wastage allowance within brackets and into within bracket fabric price is plus insurance plus freight charges into within brackets 1 plus finance charges percentage. Now we see this is the fabric. This is the answer. You can see this 11.5 divided by 4 into 1 plus wastage allowance. Cost fabric price, insurance and freight charges 2.8 plus 0.2 into 1 plus finance charges 6%. Now the answer 2.875 is answer, and here it's 1.03 into here it's 3, here it's 1.06. You can see the answer is same like the previous 9.41675. The manually also we calculated the 9.41677. To the formula also you have the same answer. Okay, we'll see another one. Question number 2. Calculate the fabric cost using following details. Marker length 13.2 meters. Marker ratio small, medium, large, extra large 1 to 2 per marker. That means 6 pieces are there. Item 1, so wastage is 3%. Fabric is being ordered from Hong Kong, and the CIF value $3.5. Fabric price is 3.2. Insurance rate 0.1. Insurance rate $0.1 and freight $8.2 per meter. Finance charges 5% from the CIF value. The answer. Fabric yield, that means marker length divided by number of pieces of the marker is 30.2 divided by 6. The answer will be 2.2 meters. And we should add wastage allowance also for this. Fabric yield into wastage allowance, 2.2 into 3%, that means 0.066 meters. These both quantities we need for a garment, for one garment. Fabric requirement for a garment is you can say fabric consumption or wheel yardage. Fabric yield plus wastage allowance 2.2 plus 0.066, altogether 2.266 meters. And CIF value per garment was insurance freight into fabric was admitted. CIF value 3.2 into 2.226 is equal $7.2512, and 0.1 into this fabric required quantity here multiplied by $1.1 will be $0.2266. That is insurance and freight. 0.2 into 2.266. Answer $0.4532. That is freight charges. It is cost at mill 7.2512. This is insurance for the insurance company charge 0.2266. This is freight company charge 0.4532. Altogether, that means CIF cost insurance freight value for this garment fabric quantity is 7.931. And from that CIF value, bank will charge finance charges. Finance charges are 5%. 7.931 into 5%. Answer $3.39655. This final charges also will have to add for this CIF value. That means it is 8.32755. This is that, and we can apply this for that formula also. So this formula, see that formula. This is the formula, and we apply 13.2 divided by 6 there, because there are 6 pieces in that marker. This is the wastage allowance plus 1. This is the cost is for freight within brackets, so it should be there in bracket. Otherwise, the answer will be wrong. You can't get the correct answer. You don't apply these brackets correctly. And here, final charges also 1 plus 5% should be inside the brackets. Here answer is 2.2. Here 1.03 into 3.5 and 1.05 here. Answer 8.32755. This is like previous answers. Okay. This is the formula. It's easily you can calculate, but you should know what will happen. So you have don't straight away apply this formula. You try several times in the manual method. Step by step you calculate, and easily you can apply the formula because you know what will happen.